bit higher lift of the vehicle even from the ground. But I wasn't sure if that just allowed for a taller vehicle, or does that actually allow for the hoist to go up, say, another 5-6 inches?
It's not going to lift a little higher. Is all it is just if you have a taller truck, that's what it's going to be. It's going to allow you to lift that taller truck all the way up. What's the model number of that one that you said?
No, I just online. I was looking at the Challenger, and they're looking at the different options that were available that you could add to the lift.
Okay, I think you might have been talking about the CL10 V3, right?
Yeah, I don't have the number in front of me. I don't have the model number in front of me. I believe it was a 10,000, because that was what I had first seen on there, and then I saw the ability to connect to you guys via text message, so that's why I then connected up that way.
Gotcha. Yep. Well, when it comes to Challenger lifts and the 10,000 pounds, we got two basically models, or three models: the SA10 and the LE10, which those are international, made abroad. And we got the CL10V3 line. The CL10V3 line is more of the American line. It's stronger, much sturdier, And this one, for example, you have different options, which include that 3-foot extension or the 2-foot extension, right? So I think this one, depending on what you want to do and what the quality of the lift, you could either go with the SA10 and the LE10s or the CL10V3s. Which I think both are good, but it depends on what you're looking for.
What the difference is between those that you're referring to?
Yep, like I said, the SA10 and the LE10, they're made abroad, and the CL10 V3 is made in the United States for the most part. It's a lot stronger, a lot sturdier. The steel for the CL10 V3 is a lot heavier, a lot thicker, so it's going to last a lot longer.
Okay, well I would obviously want to go with.
Yep. Okay.
The one that you're referring to, even that's local, because of the whole shipping and such. Trying to get things from anywhere else is been kind of awkward depending on what you're looking at.
Well, luckily, for example, Challenger is an American company, right? So even though even though the SA10 and the LE10 are made abroad, when they have them in stock here, so like in case anything breaks down, they'll have the parts for it, they'll have the accessories for it, so that's not a problem. Like shipping is not a problem.
Okay.
So it really is like when it comes to that, it's just the quality of the lift that you're looking at.
Right.
You want.
Presently, I have 3 rotary lifts that I've had for about 8 years. No,
okay.
Actually, it's about 10 years now.
Gotcha.
And other than having one motor fail, I think I've replaced hoses on them once.
Yep.
So
okay.
it's for majority of what their use is, we see very little mechanical faults with them.
Yep. Okay. So if you have 10-year-old rotary lifts, you're probably more accustomed to the CL10 V3s. Those are more on the line. Now rotary is coming up with like the Chinese models, but before they used to make nothing but American quality lifts. And now, so like for example, the comparison is going to be the CL10 V3. So if you get like a lesser model like the SA10 or the LE10, those are made abroad, they're going to work for you. I'm not saying they won't work for you, but you're not going to be accustomed to that quality. You're actually kind of like downgrading to a lower quality lift with that. So in your case, I think the CL10 V3 would be the perfect one for you. Let me ask you this, Scott. What's your ceiling height?
I have 2 different locations. One of them is it's like 2 stories. So the newer location I'm setting up, I don't have a number yet. I'm waiting to get back into the building and take that measurement. Say, I know it's really high, but I can't give you a number off the top of my head.
Okay. All right. Well, let me take a look at what the
CL10 you're saying. Do you change the number 10 to 12 to them be 12,000 pounds?
So you talk about the CL12?
Yeah.
Let me take a look at. Yeah, we have a CL12 as well. And for example, the CL12, the standard one without the extensions is 6,816. Free shipping to your location with if you have a way to unload. And for example, if you're looking for one with the extension, we got the CL12-2, which has the 2-foot extension, and the CL12-3, which has the 3. Oh, I'm sorry, no. the CL12-1, which has a 1 foot extension, and the CL12-2, which has a 2 foot extension. So, for example, I'm going to tell you right now the ceiling height requirements for the CL12-2.
Okay.
So for the CL12-2, the overall height is 15 feet 8 inches. So as long as you have that clearance, you're going to be able to fit that. If not, we have to go to a lower
get in
one.
there and make that measurement today, because I know it's tall, but I can't say a number for certain.
Yep. We want to make sure what it is before we ship it to you, because otherwise,
right.
You know, we'll be selling something that's not going to fit, which it won't be good.
So what's the 12-3?
I don't think that one we have. Let me double check our price sheets.
Well, I was wondering, what is that? Because you said that -2 meant that it was the 2 foot extension. What's the -3?
I think I was mistaken with the 3. I don't think the -3 exists. But the CL10V in the 10,000 pound range, it does exist.
Okay. And what is that then?
What is what?
What is the CL10 the V3?
The price for it?
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking that the dash number is like a accessories, and
yeah.
That's
so
what I thought you were referring to. Is
yep.
that if you put the -3 on the end of the CL10,
yep,
that would be more accessories.
Yeah. So the CL10 V3-3, or the -3 means that it has a 3 foot extensions. That's all it does. So for example, the CL10.
3 foot extension.
Yep. So and this is for the CL10 series, right? So you got the CL10 V3-2, the CL10 V3-3, which all it means is that it has a 2 foot extension and the 3 foot extensions. So again, depending on your ceiling height, if you have the space for it, I would probably recommend, hey, you know what, just go ahead and get that for an extra like couple of $100. You know, that way if you get a really, really high truck, you'll be able to lift that truck all the way up. Because if not, for example, if you have like a really big truck and you have the standard lift, you're not going to be able to lift that car all the way up.
Right. Yeah, we've all experienced that. I know just what you're saying.
Yep.
So what's the cost of the -3s?
So the -3, the CL10 V3-3 costs $5,018.55. And for example,
significantly more than just the CL10.
Well, the CL10 V3 costs $44.88. So it's only a $500 difference, or a little bit more than $500. Yeah. And for example,
on your site, the CL10s were coming up at $3,000.
No, okay, so you were probably looking at the SA10. So the SA10.
I didn't notice letters or such. That's why I'm kind of wanting to go over stuff with you.
Gotcha. Yep. So the SA10, that one is $3,233, $3,233, and you got the LE10. The LE10 is $3,038.45. So the difference between the LE10 and the SA10 is that the LE10, it's symmetrical and asymmetrical, right? But the posts, when you install it, they're facing each other.
I'm not too interested in those guys anyway.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm leaning more in the direction of what we're talking with each other with
the American-made lift.
The CL and the 10 and 12 is what I'm really more interested in. So is there any sort of, like, if I were to do, say, 3 or even up to 5 lifts for you guys, is there any, with quantity, you guys have an extra discount that's available?
Yeah, we could definitely do something. We could definitely do something with you.
Because overall, my next growth that I'm doing is 7 lifts, and I've got 4 in my existing location, but I'm not certain that I want to reuse any, or I've got one that's a drive on 14K, and that's a John Bean.
Okay.
And it's significantly rusting in some of the joints that are on the drive-on portion of it, and so that's where I'm starting to wonder how much longer I should, before I have to really consider replacement of that rack.
Okay. How old is that? How old is that lift?
It's about 10 years also.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it's
where the roller jacks go in the center of that drive-on.
Yeah.
The steel like lip, and that lip is welded to the drive-on portion. And what's happening is it's actually expanding the metal in between the two, as if the corrosion's happening deep within where they're they're welded together.
Okay. So you got to be very careful with that because
right.
At any point that rolling jack, well, not the rolling jack, but the little steel part can give, and if you have a car up there and that breaks.
Well, no, where the part I'm referring to is really only the lip for the jack, so the problem would rise if you were using the jack.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, if I cut those off and I didn't have jacks on it at all, it would still be a fully functional, like really excellent shaped vehicle or a hoist.
No, that's so that's what I'm saying. So if you have a car on top of the rolling jack, you're running the risk. But but if you use the 4-post lift without using the rolling jack, then you're okay. You just have to be careful with the rolling jack part.
Right. That's what I'm looking at, and so then I'm even considering a new one of those. But
okay.
Now I'm hearing numbers upper 25-30 grand for one of those.
And you okay? Who gave you that price?
It was a rack installer that's up north.
Okay, he's probably looking maybe at a Hunter. What?
It's locked and lighted is how he described it for
lock
the 30
and lighted.
grand.
Okay, so lock and lighted. Yeah, that's the John Bean one, I think. Are you looking at a particular manufacturer, or you're only you obviously you want something quality, but
that's the issue. Is I'm not looking for the cheap stuff, and interested in something that's gonna give me the kind of wear that I've gotten from what I already have of equipment.
Okay.
And so I'm just trying to find some other sources, because when you start asking questions about this, everybody's got something, but then you look into it and you find out that you got something, but it might not really be like it's more along the lines of the SA or the LE, and it's not up to like the rotary stuff that I'm used to.
Yep. Right now I'm looking at the alignment racks from Challenger, right, to see what we have. All right. Okay. So for example, right here we have. Let me look for it. Give me 1 second, please. All right, we got some open front. Like for example, when it comes to alignment racks, right? You have the open front and the closed front. Of course, I always suggest the open front. And a 15,000 pound open front alignment rack is costing you about starting around 27,000. And this is for Challenger. Let's see. And I think this is with rolling jacks and everything. Yep, it's with rolling jacks. So it comes with the rolling jacks. It comes with the internal airline kit, the flush mounted stainless turn plates, rear slip plates, and pretty much everything else.
Right. So it's basically what I already do have. It's 15 versus the 14K that I've got.
Yep. And then we also carry the Hoffman brand. I don't know if you're if you're familiar with John Bean. Hoffman is basically its brother because they're owned by the same company. Okay. The only difference between John Bean and Hoffman is that John Bean is red and Hoffman is blue. That's pretty much the only thing.
Okay.
Let me see what the price is, and this is a lot similar to what you're looking at, actually. Yep. So the 14,000, and do you have a scissor or a 4-post lift? Scissor. Okay. So you're looking for a scissor, not a 4-post, or it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just I prefer a scissor.
Gotcha. Okay. So I was giving you the 4-post for Challenger. For the Hoffman brand, the 14,000 pound scissor alignment lift, lock and lighted, is also about 29,999. So it's basically $30,000.
Yeah.
And let me see. I think Challenger also may have a scissor. I have to look for that price because I think that one just came out. But if you want, I can create like a nice little quote for you with all the lifts that you need. Just I guess we have to narrow it down, and I'll give you the best price, for everything. So Scott, what's your last name, Scott?
Wisneski, Wisneski.
All right, and I got your number. What's your email, Scott?
Scott, and that's at docmotorworks.com.
docmotorworks.com. Perfect.
Right, just DOCMOTORWORKS.
Okay. Okay, so like a doctor, not like a dock, like a shipping dock. Gotcha.
Yep, exactly.
All right, and what's your zip code, Scott?
60404.
60404. Right. All right. Okay, and how many in the quote that you want me to send you? How many lifts and the capacity that you want? Because we spoke about the 10,000, we spoke about the 12,000, and now we're looking at a scissor, a 14K scissor lift, right? How many of each do you want?
What I was really aiming for at present is 3 2-posts. And of the 3 2-posts, I consider to have one of them a 12.
Okay, and the 2 is the 10, right?
And 2 would be the 10.
Okay.
And I'm considering the dash 3s.
That depends on your ceiling height, of course.
Right, I know. I'm going to dig into that and get an answer on that. So if you can give me pricing for either the normal CL10 V3,
okay,
and then if I wanted to have them, basically everybody be the taller, because it would be kind of silly to have. Well, this one does, but that one doesn't, and have it kind of. I'd rather have everybody be capable of if it were necessary.
Yep. No, of course. Yep. I mean, we can do the CL12-2 as well, which is pretty high. So what I can do is, let me do this. Let me send you one quote for the standard lifts without any extensions, and I'll send you the second quote with the extensions.
Okay.
All right. And as far as the alignment lift, you want me to do the Hoffman or the Challenger one?
It sounds like the Hoffman.
Hoffman, yeah, because you're more familiar with the John Bean. What kind of computer do you have?
You mean the aligner?
Yep.
It's brand new.
But is it is also a John Bean one?
Snap-on.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's brand new Snap-on. Got it January.
Okay. All right. All right. Perfect. Let me work on this quote and let me send it over to you, Scott. Do you have any other questions for me?
You guys also deal with any like tire equipment?
Yeah. We have tire changes, we have wheel balances, we have everything.
Yeah, all my stuff is actually functional right now, but my tire balancer, if it gets humid, starts to get really temperamental.
Okay.
And so I have a feeling that it may need replacement sometime here in the near future. It is a laser, where it measures everything out with the lasers and does not have road force.
Okay, so it's a Hunter.
No, it's a Bean.
Oh, John Bean also? Okay.
Yeah. So it's one of the higher end balancers.
Okay.
Do you guys service any of those things?
How old is it?
About 10 years.
Okay. I mean, I could, for the current one that you have, we probably won't be able to service them, right? I can ask Hoffman if they can do anything because it's part of Snap-on, and maybe they can get in contact with your Snap-on guy and see if they can service them. But
I've got contacts for my Snap-on guy. I just was curious if you guys serviced any bits of equipment like that. The tire machine I have still is fully operational, but I've got an O-ring that's beginning to leak that's on the turn plate.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, for that one we wouldn't be able to do anything. But for anything from
Right.
Hoffman, we could, Hoffman has service people all over the country. So, for example, let's say you buy the tire changer or the lift, somebody will come in and basically set up the tire changer and wheel balancer. They won't install the lift, but they'll make sure that everything is up to par. Because there's, like I said, there's
Gotcha.
Hoffman guys and all over the country.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions, Scott?
Do you have an upright air compressor?
We have everything. We have air compressors as well. We have air compressors, tire changers, wheel balancers. Even for the auto body shop, we have spray booths, we have frame racks. So you name it, we got it.
Wow. So why don't you in that quote throw in what you consider for call it a 7-bay shop? What kind of air compressor you guys would have recommendation of, or whatever you might have as your hot seller.
Okay. Yep. I mean, usually for a big shop like that, I would recommend like an air compressor with 2 motors. Probably not the screw air compressor, because I mean, I don't you probably know this more than I do. Usually air compressors, you buy those, you have to maintain those on a monthly basis.
Right.
If you don't maintain those, which most shops in my experience,
those are really, I think, more meant for body shops. That's screw style.
Yep. So I would say like a regular air compressor, with 2 motors. Maybe a dryer as well. That way you get the whole setup for that.
Right.
That way you're not leaking out air or anything like that.
Right. And I have this giant mammoth of an air compressor at present, and we've only got 4 stalls that we're using. So, I mean, I could likely just move that one component over, but I want to get a price on it anyway, because, again, that compressor is probably 30 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an old one.
Gotcha.
I believe it's really from a dealership is where it originally came from.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a size of a small car. It's pretty big.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So let me work on this. So the air compressor, that may take me a little while. If you want, I can send you a quote on that on Monday. But for everything else, I can pretty much send it to you right away. Because the air compressor, there's a lot more.
I'm looking for all this stuff, kind of start putting things together all next week. So that's what I'm gathering all the data for. So. Okay.
Cool. All right, Scott. So let me work on the quote, and then I'll send it over to you.
Yeah, and if you have kind of a rough, if we go this much, I'll be able to give you this much of a discount. That would be easier for me to understand, where I might be able to save some more, considering we're doing such a larger purchase.
Yep. No, of course.
All right.
All right. Perfect. Okay. Let me work on my magic, and I'll send you the quote, Scott.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Anytime.
Bye.
Well, that looks like a deal right there. That looks like a purchase.
Do you think you could handle the like that?
I don't think so. No, honestly, I mean, those are questions that I knew that he probably was gonna make. Mm-hmm. Not the exact questions, but like those technical type of questions. Like I wouldn't have known how to answer that air compressor question. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why. Like, how do you get where do you get the knowledge for these things? Just kind of just speaking, right? Just practicing and
the fact that I've been doing this for 10 years.
Exactly.
And then my father is he's very knowledgeable about this stuff. Should I stop recording or?
Yeah, we should stop it. That way we can just leave that as a training. That was a great call, man. I wish you would have recorded right from the beginning, but you only missed a minute.